clunky stairs. We're in. We're here. We're a little bit late. Right, we're meeting today. Nathan WYBURN, Welsh artist. We've got a little. We'll cover that. We won't be there. And we're here in his studio. Let's. I think it's over there. Let's go and see who's here. I feel like Annika Rice. We have a little kitchen. I think this is it. Do we just knock? Hello, he's here, Nathan WYBURN. Welcome. Sorry, we're a little bit late. The traffic was just dreadful. And here we are. We're in his studio. Hi. This is very quaint, isn't it?
Thank you. I love it.
How amazing. Let's have a little look around. So we've got all his artwork here. Can I put my things down? Let's have a little look. Where do we begin? Oh, this is Nathan as a little child, ladies and gentlemen. Look how young you look there. You haven't got that mop of curly hair.
No.
Where is this? London?
This is in London. It's a portrait using Marmite on toast of the royal wedding kiss.
Amazing. Wow. So we've got Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, that's painted with my tongue.
Wow. Oh, okay. What is that? Paint?
Yeah.
Actual paint.
Actual paint.
Nelson Mandela. Free Nelson Mandela. Who else? We've got Lorraine. Can I touch these?
Yeah.
I'm quite clumsy, but we'll be fine.
Oh.
We've got Lorraine Kelly.
RuPaul.
You better lip sync for your life. Someone else?
J.K. Rowling.
Upside J.K. Rowling. That's how she likes to be known. Who's that? Alan Sugar. Is that Alan Sugar?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Jesus with chocolate.
Jesus with chocolate.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you are just. Oh, I knew I would do that.
So obviously most artists have paints and things, but I just.
Not Nathan.
It looks like a kitchen.
Got Marmite, Colgate, all top brands. You will notice. He's not going for the three stripes in your supermarket, ladies and gentlemen. No. He's going with the top thing. What's this T-shirt?
This T-shirt is from Abs from 5. He sent it to me.
Wow.
To Nathan.
Hand delivered, I'm guessing. Let's have a look. Pick it up. Let's get it with the camera.
I should have worn it today.
You should have worn it, but black is slimming for the TV, you see. True, yeah. This is why I wore green. Abs from 5, the lesser known member, might I add.
He's my favourite.
And mine. Hello. Thank you. What else have we got? We've got Blondie here.
Yeah, it's Andy Warhol book, and we also have my face on a Marmite jar.
Okay, lovely.
When I did some
living the dream.
Yeah. We have my very own Blue Peter badge.
Oh my, that is actually really good. Okay. No, I'm just kidding. We've got a lot of Anastasia.
Yeah, she's my favourite. So that was when I was doing some print work in college.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's a very big fan of Anastasia.
Yeah, she's my favourite.
You're just a normal kid from a little town. We're going to interview today. How do you feel about that?
I'm sure it'll be alright.
It's going to be good. It's going to be fun. Right, hello, welcome. We are on quite a sexy sofa. Can we say sexy? Is that? We can say sexy. With Nathan WYBURN, ladies and gentlemen, and we have got some quite fun pillows as well. Should we just quickly endorse the pillows? Where are the pillows from?
Asda.
Asda. You heard it here first. Exclusive. Get the look from Asda. We have a Marmite here, which is quite
Fitting.
Yeah, it is fitting to you, isn't it? Because for those that don't know, Nathan is very famous for Marmite. Explain what you did, how it all came about first, why you are Nathan WYBURN, infamous.
Infamous.
Twitter famous, ladies and gentlemen.
I basically make celebrity and pop culture portraits using unusual materials, and one of the most renowned ones I'm known for is Marmite on toast.
Marmite on toast. You either love it or you hate it. I'm not a fan myself. Let's start at the beginning. Where did it all begin? When did you find out you could draw and things?
As far back as I can remember sketching sort of Power Ranger portraits and things with my dad when I was like 8, 9. And then that sort of led on to
I used to love Power Rangers. Sorry to interrupt.
Power Rangers. All comic
Batman and
books.
Power Rangers I was all for. And then I discovered nail varnish and it all changed.
And Buffy the Vampire Slayer as well, posters on my wall, and then so I sort of got interested in portraiture through that, and then through my studies in comprehensive school I trained as a portrait artist.
Trained, very important there, trained word. So what was school like when you were growing up? So you come from Ebervale, which is a very small town just outside of Cardiff.
Yep.
And what was school like?
It was really good. I really enjoyed school. I was quite good at it. I was quite
Were you academic? Were you?
Very academic, yeah. Very sporty as well. I like running and things. I was the fastest person in my school.
I used to run, but it was usually away from people. What about teachers? What were they like? Were they supporting your art?
Yeah, when it came to choosing my GCSEs, I actually had 4 options, and art clashed with PE, and I really wanted to do PE. So
what would you choose?
So because I was quite worried that I could never actually have a career in art, and I obviously wanted to stay quite fit, that my tutor actually offered to tutor me in after-school lessons.
What was home life like? So are you an only child?
No, I was very much the middle cliche child growing up, and
vying for attention.
Yep, all the time. And my parents were really supportive of everything I did. They were quite concerned that I couldn't have a career in art, so they were a little bit worried about that. But then when I eventually started going really well, they're my biggest supporters.
Yeah, when they saw the dollar sign, that's what you mean.
I do everything for my parents. They're my biggest inspiration.
Get a real job. How much? So they're very supportive. What about though, because you've mentioned before that you'd be sat at the dinner table as a kid and you'd start playing with your food and your mum would slam you down.
Yeah, I was just a really,
stop.
I was a really fussy eater. So my mother always says now, like, she was my biggest inspiration, because she always told me to stop playing with my food. And
now look what he's doing,
exactly.
Playing with his food, which is really not a good lesson for kids watching.
Not, no,
Always
sorry.
listen to your parents, unless it means you get a very good career in TV, then
Yes.
Just do what you want. So then you moved to Cardiff. You left the very small Ebervale town with hopes and dreams and a bag full of Marmite and other various food items stolen from your mum's kitchen.
Yep.
And then what?
I moved to Cardiff originally to study fine art at Cardiff Met, and I graduated then 3 years later with a 2-1, which I was really pleased with.
Oh, I don't brag. It's 2. I don't know what that means. Is 2-1 good? Is that good?
Yeah, it's 1 from the top.
1 from the top, not quite the top, but 1 from the top. What was university like? Because I imagine that they didn't. You came in with all these crazy ideas of drawing Marmite on various things.
Yeah, it was really good. I was obviously very sort of commercial and pop culture, and that kind of clashed with a lot of their beliefs, I guess. And I can remember one time one of my tutors actually flipping through my sketchbook and saying that I'm not an artist yet, so stop signing my work, even though I've been selling work for a good 5 years before that. And it was kind of, it was really quite tough.
Now.
Yeah, it was quite difficult.
Probably dead, isn't he? It's usually
No,
the
he's
old.
not dead.
Is he not
No.
dead? No, he's very much alive. Call us. We'll get an exclusive interview from you.
But things were going really well, and it kind of contrasted quite badly with what was going on at university. But I kept my head down, did all my work, and got through.
So, any bullies? Were you bullied a bit?
I wasn't so much,
Be a victim. I want tears on this interview.
There was a few negative opinions, and the people voiced it quite a lot towards what I was doing. But I made sure that I stayed true to what I wanted to do. So
good. And then a show called Britain's Got Talent came about. And what happened? Did they approach you, or did you?
No, I'd been uploading videos of my work in time-lapse onto YouTube for a few years. Got a couple of million
YouTube's
hits.
great, isn't it? YouTube's a great way of getting your stuff out there and reaching people that...
Yeah, the power of social
But then you
media
do
is
get some
brilliant.
dodgy comments, don't you? You get like, oh, this is Britain, and then you get like the one comment that's like,
Yeah.
why are you wearing a hat?
Yeah, and you kind of remember that one over the others, and that's a little bit, that's just the
Thank
way we
you,
are.
Ron
but-
from Brazil. 247.
But the
Hope
positive
he's watching.
comments-
I hope that's not a real person now. Can you imagine Ron 432 from Brazil? I didn't mention his hat. I can't do a Brazilian accent. I'm not going
you're
to
cracking
speak.
me up.
Why is the drag queen racist? So you started uploading stuff to YouTube. That's a great way of getting stuff out there, isn't it?
Yeah,
Because it's
definitely.
all free as well. Yeah, well.
Completely free, and I started to make money from the revenue through my views getting so popular as well. And
You're the tax man calling you up.
a few people.
I've seen these YouTube things on your invoices. That's quite current because it is the end of January. So, so then Britain's Got Talent.
A few people have commented suggesting that I should take my Marmite on Toast portrait of Simon Cowell somehow to him, and I thought, what better way than Britain's Got Talent, so I auditioned
So
for
it's
it.
quite weird though, isn't it? Because Britain's got, even though it's meant to be any talent, it is mainly singers,
Yep.
dancers, magicians, and then you come along with with a board of toast on.
Yeah.
So what were their faces like?
They were all a little bit, you could tell to start with, they were all a little bit like, what on earth is this crazy ginger kid doing? And as the portrait progressed, the crowd sort of turned around pretty quickly. There were even some boos to start with because they were so shocked by it, I guess. And then the portrait comes together.
British, isn't it, to boo? You just sit there and enjoy it politely, even if it's crap.
Yeah.
You did get through.
I did.
Did you get all yeses?
Yeah, 3 yeses at the time. It was Amanda Holden, Michael McIntyre, and David Hasselhoff. I think it was 4 years ago this week, actually, I auditioned, which is crazy.
Oh my God. So you reached the semi-finals then. What were the 3 portraits you did for the live shows?
It was Marilyn Monroe, Michael Jackson, and Elvis, who's in Glitter and Glue. And the centerpiece of Michael Jackson in rehearsal went really well, but then for the live show. So
what was the medium you used for
it was
Michael Jackson?
A blank piece of paper, and there was a cord underneath that we lit with. It was just basically fire, kind of like a firework cord, and it was meant to char the paper to make the portrait.
Like a sparkler.
A little bit out there, yeah, kind of like that. And
that is good. That is good.
It was already in the image of Michael Jackson underneath, but I think maybe it was the extractor fan or something, but it went out.
So it didn't work, it didn't go to plan?
Yeah, about halfway through it just went out. I can remember once I finished, lifted up the Elvis, I looked over to it and it was only half done and I felt so gutted.
See, don't play with fire, kid.
Yeah, and I was, it was just one of those things, a live technicality on the night, but...
That's the thing, it was live, you see, because with like a singer, if a singer can't hit a note, they could just change the note, and if a dancer can't, they just change the dance. But it's art. Where'd you go? What do you do?
Yeah, and there were 3 quite big pieces as well, and it was in under about 2.5 minutes. So, I was quite proud of what I managed to do.
I think your music was too fast, sort of like slower music to give you a bit more time.
Yeah, it was quite upbeat. But the judges were really positive. They
that's good.
said
and they did no one booed you. Everyone was really supportive.
Yeah,
they're on your side in the live shows. I mean, they want you to do good.
Yeah, exactly. They all just said that they think I took on a bit too much, and maybe that I should have stuck to what I did before, which I was trying to avoid really because I didn't want to be a one-trick pony. So then leaving the show I had to prove myself that I could go on and do a lot more, which I have.
Who won your series?
Simon McDowell, the Scottish pop operatic singer. Hey, he's lovely, chat to him all the time.
Get in contact with us, babe. I'd like to interview you. I don't know who you are. All I'm trying to reiterate is it's not about the winning, you see, because Nathan's gone on to big things. He's got a book out. We'll come on to that in a second. So you leave the show.
Yep. And
you're into the big wide world. You're on your own. Did you get an agent?
Yeah, I was signed
to... the money starts coming in now, viewers. This is the real business now. This is all I want to hear. How much did this T-shirt really cost? Were these cushions really from Asda, or were they custom made by some designer in France? This is the juicy bits you want to know.
Wow.
Cut. Okay, so celebrity followers. You've got quite a few celebrity followers.
Yeah.
People love you. Celebrities love you.
I guess people like to see a nice portrait of themselves. So
they do.
Yeah.
Celebrities are very self-indulgent. So who have been like your biggest?
Quite recently, I had a comment on my portrait of Stephen Fry using egg fried rice and vegetables from Sir Stephen Fry himself. He said it was amazing.
Big hello to Stephen Fry. How are you? Just got married, didn't he?
Yeah.
Was he getting married?
Just got married.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Charlotte
Church.
21st century.
Charlotte Church.
Charlotte Church, another Welsh girl.
Yeah.
I love Charlotte Church.
She's fab. She loved it. I think it's on display in her mother's B&B actually in Cardiff.
Is it?
So you can go,
wow.
go on and see it.
How amazing. Where is this B&B? We shan't disclose. It'll be online. Google it. It'll be there.
Anthony Head from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Absolutely loved his.
Oh, he's very famous.
I then also got to go on a TV show similar to Britain's Got Talent called Diagros Chance in Austria.
Ah, right, the Austrian one. Yeah, you did really well on this one, didn't you?
I did. I got to the top 15, which
is really good.
I believe they've never had a foreign person get that far on their show. So
you're ginger. You're not foreign. It's not.
I am to them. And yeah, it's kind of a similar thing. I auditioned with the Marmite on Toast.
How did it work with the language barrier?
I had the judges actually spoke in English to me, so yeah.
'Tis such as the modern world we live in, ladies and gentlemen.
Indeed. And obviously, I got to the top 15. And one of the portraits I made for that was a portrait of Conchita Wurst, who went on to win Eurovision that year.
Yes, the drag queen singer with a beard.
Yep, she was on the previous series of that show, so that's where she found fame. So that's why I did the portrait the following year, and I made a portrait of a famous German football player called David Alaba, painted using my feet live on stage, because he's famous for using his feet. So a little bit bizarre, but really fun.
It's very unhygienic. I'd
No,
call it.
it's a bit of paint.
It's feet though, isn't it? Could be fungus on that page.
No,
We don't even
it's
know. It could be
not.
hanging in his wall. Like, what is that smell? His wife's probably left him before he broke up a marriage. Or because you've got this foot thing on his wall. His kids have left home. His canary's dead.
Right, shut up.
I'm really enjoying this interview.
I'm glad you are.
So all of this has led to the book.
Yeah.
Can we get a drum roll for the book? The book, which isn't out yet, but it is coming out.
Yeah. It should be out in about 2 months.
So what is going to be in this book?
It's basically going to be 80 of my best pop culture portraits.
80?
80. So it's quite a lot. It was actually quite difficult for me to narrow it down that much, but they're all going to be accompanied by their quotes by the celebrities or some sort of newspaper or TV channel that's commented on them.
Is it going to be like an interactive book, like scratch and sniff?
No, I don't.
I'd buy that.
I think it'd be a bit dodgy with some of the
You
materials.
should do
I've
that.
used.
You should do like an exclusive, like
Smell
100
Marmite.
copies. Yeah, they should be like, you can like, remember those magazines that you used to buy? My mum used to buy these magazines where you'd get like perfume samples. I used to go through those and smell them.
I don't think it'd be quite as nice, but especially not the cat food
I was quite a
portrait.
weird child. She'd
Yeah.
leave the house and I'd be in the magazine door like sort of early days crack addict or something.
God.
And what else? Is there going to be like your life story in there?
Yeah, the first 20 pages is kind of like a mini autobiography of
Have you done,
where,
like,
why,
have you
when.
done like a sexy photo shoot of you in like sort of compromising positions?
No,
No?
no. Just one or two, maybe holding a Marmite jar and
Okay.
stuff like that.
Very good.
Yeah.
Any topless ones?
No.
You missed your thing there, so you could have like Heat magazine torso of the month.
Well, I've got an article coming up with Attitude magazine, so maybe we'll throw it in there.
Oh, you've heard it here first, an exclusive Attitude magazine.
It's not quite what it used to be, so...
We can airbrush stuff like
Yeah,
that, it's
okay.
fine. We don't need, I mean, Jordan
Paint
doesn't
it
look
on.
like Jordan does, and you've done her as well. She's over there, I can see her.
She is.
She's quite intimidating to look at when you haven't really got much going on down there. Let's talk about your influences then. So you must have some influences.
Yeah, other than sort of my parents, I originally started drawing with my dad and whatnot, probably Andy Warhol.
I love him. I did him in school.
Here we go. And it's obviously extremely popular, the whole pop culture movement, and he was a big part of pop art and portraiture as well. And Chuck Close, I learned to draw using the grid technique that he was one of the first to use. And Vic Muniz, he uses lots of different materials as well, so...
I don't know any of these people. I'm so not... I'm sure they're amazing. I'm going to have to Google these. I should have probably Googled them before the interview, but I didn't know what you were going to say. This is very off the cuff. What about your proudest moment? What's been your proudest moment so far?
I actually, at the height of the phone hacking scandal, I made a portrait of Rupert Murdoch. It was 10 foot tall, using 5,000 images of phone hack victims.
Oh my gosh.
And that was featured full front page of the Guardian newspaper, so probably one of the UK's most prestigious newspapers. And I walked into the shop, and my work was full front page.
Wow.
So that's probably one of them. And I had a big commission in Helsinki as well. They purpose-built a big glass container that I had to make about
I remember
50
this.
portraits.
I
using
remember
ketchup.
seeing this. Yeah, where did you go to toilet?
Well, I could go out to go to the toilet.
Oh, that's good. I thought it was going to be like...
I wasn't like locked in there.
Oh, I thought it was pretty much like you
No.
were in that box,
No.
like we saw it all.
No, I stayed in the hotel.
Oh, that ruined it for me now.
Yeah, sorry.
Because I read this and I was like...
But I was there 9 till 5 every day making portraits using ketchup. It stank in there, and it ended
I
up
can
being
imagine.
kind of like an amazing gallery in the end, full of about 50 portraits in about a week. It was quite intense.
Did they clean it out before they let people go in?
Well, no, it was.
Got
it was
the foot
pretty fab.
fungus picture all over again. What is that smell? So in your art, you use loads of different kinds of medium to Marmite and ketchup. And what has been the worst medium to use? Because you did Katy Perry in cat food.
Yeah, and they smelled
That
pretty
can't have
bad.
been nice.
No, it was kind of horrible, and big chunks of cat food as well. And I was.
Was it cat food though, or did you just say it was?
No, it was cat food, and it
Was it not just sort of
3
beef
hours of
stew
it?
in a tin?
No, it was cat food, and it would have been an easy way out because I like beef.
I
but
don't know. They don't know.
Yeah, well, No, I like to keep it real.
So was that the worst? Or
That or probably snow as well. That was quite a difficult one to use because it was...
if snow smells, you're using the wrong kind of snow.
It wasn't smelling, it was melting. And
Was it yellow? Was it yellow snow you used?
No, it was melting.
Yeah, what a nightmare. How did you keep that?
Yeah, it was...
Just sort of like, quick, look! Oh, she's gone.
It was tricky, yeah. So, it didn't quite turn out the way I wanted it to, but it's all about the fun, it's all practicing.
And what just hasn't worked? What have you sort of thought, I'm going to do that, and it just hasn't worked at all?
I did
scrap it.
try to make a portrait using baby powder of Prince William and Kate's baby when it was born, and it just didn't quite work out the way I wanted it to, but other than that, with a bit of practice, everything's turned out quite well.
You persevere and it works.
Yeah, that's it.
How brilliant. So you do a lot of celebrities, but is there a celebrity you just wouldn't do? Is there one that you just think, no?
I don't think so. I kind of think...
Oh, you're such a media whore.
Yeah. If the story behind it's good enough, I may not necessarily like that celebrity or agree with what they're doing, but if the portrait is to make that point exactly, then I don't see why I shouldn't.
So have you done a celebrity that you don't like?
Well, I created Margaret Thatcher using Welsh coal. I don't particularly agree with a lot of what she done, but she will forever go down in history for what she's done, and so I felt it was my duty as an artist to mark that point in history.
The lady is not returning.
There we go. And there's a few pop stars I'm not particularly big fans of, but I've created them because their fans have asked me to, and things like that. So.
But you have done portraits of celebrities that you do love.
Yes, quite a lot of them. So.
Who's your top? Who do you love the most?
Anastasia's my favourite singer. I've done a portrait of her. I've actually got to give that to her.
And you've met her?
Yeah, we both.
And she's very short.
She is very short. Kind of like you, without those heels on.
Yes, we're all quite short, really. TV's very
it is.
deceiving.
Yeah.
Okay, going to do something a little bit fun now. We're going to ask Nathan some quick-fire questions. He doesn't know any of these questions, by the way. So, you know the rules? You just... You have like a second to answer it, okay? If there's any pauses, there'll be consequences, okay?
Okay, I'm scared.
Okay, don't be scared. They're quite easy questions. Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to take a breath? Fine, good. Is your cap on straight?
Yeah. Ish.
Okay. Right, here we go. Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Ooh. Indian or Chinese?
Chinese.
Really?
Yeah.
I like an Indian, mate. Oh. It depends what kind of a hangover state I'm in.
Not always Chinese.
Okay. Always?
Yeah.
Okay. Anastasia or Christina Aguilera?
Anastasia. Hello.
Okay. Quiet night in or crazy night out?
Crazy night out.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, because you seem like the kind of person that would like a little... Because you've got all these cushions, you see, so I might have just thought like...
Well, they're for hangovers, aren't they?
Okay, that's good. Good answer. Summer or winter?
Winter. I'm ginger, so I burn.
Oh yeah, you have to stay in the shade quite a lot, don't you? That must be depressing.
I need to get one of those umbrellas.
All going to the beach.
Yeah.
Not me.
Off to the museum.
Cat or dog?
Dog.
Because you've got a dog, haven't you?
I have, yeah. Little Penelope. She's gorgeous. She's a jug. Jack Russell Cross pug.
She's a what?
A jug.
She's a jug. She's a Jack Russell Cross with a...
Pug.
Is that kind of some kind of illegal crossbreeding that you've done? Have we got a pug here that we can show? No? Yes. Oh, here. I'm sat on the pug. I'm sat on the jug. Is this a jug or a pug?
It's a pug.
How do you think these dogs feel about having their face on a bloody pillow?
You love it.
That's not what they signed up for. I've had my face on a few pillows. Usually face first. Crying.
Oh my god.
So you've got a jug. What's the jug called?
Penelope.
Is it a girl, yes?
Yes. I hope so.
Penelope, is that its full name?
Lady Penelope.
Of course, lady. Do you take this on like sort of on when you have like art exhibitions? You sort of
No, she doesn't come. No.
You that quirky
like a little,
artist with the dog? No, not that kind of artist.
She stays at home.
EastEnders or Coronation Street?
EastEnders.
Shoes or trainers?
Trainers.
I'm heels.
Trainers, high tops.
Yeah, you do like a high top, don't you?
Got gold ones.
Get that in actually. We'll try and get you some free high tops from somebody. He could be the face of a new high top company.
Love to, yeah.
Like Nike or something.
You can make artwork with high tops.
He can make artwork with high tops, but only Adidas or Nike. Don't want the Reebok rubbish. Not in the 90s now. Okay, favourite body part on yourself? We won't make you show it, don't worry.
My hands.
Why your hands?
Because that's what I make a living out of.
And you've got quite a strange tattoo on his hand. He's got Marilyn Monroe on his hand, ladies and gentlemen.
Andy Warhol's infamous pop art of
which
Marilyn
I'm sure serves a very strange purpose when you're having quiet nights in. Worst habit?
I'm probably picking my nose.
No.
Yeah.
Have you ever used that for art?
No.
It's probably on that foot fungus one, isn't it? We were just talking about.
No.
About pet peeve. What's your biggest pet peeve?
Late for people. You were late today.
We should probably point out we were quite late. But I was working last night till quite early hours in the morning.
Yeah,
I'm not like a lady of the night or anything. I should point out. And our film guy had a few drinks to celebrate the weekend, so we were a little bit late. Mm-hmm. And you were really on time, which is good.
I'm always early.
Always.
Yeah.
He always arrives early.
Oh gosh.
That's where we'll wrap up that interview. It's been great talking to you,
Thank
Nathan
you.
WYBURN. I've enjoyed sitting on your love couch of turtles and other mysterious when is the book out?
Hopefully the start of March, and it'll be Amazon, Kindle, Waterstones, and hopefully Tesco.
Oh, I can't do Kindles. I like a book.
Yeah, me too.
I like to stick on a shelf. But
Yeah.
get it when it's out. It's going to be fabulous.
Please. Thank you.
We'll do some signed copies or something.
Yeah.
We'll do some kind of competition on another show. Nathan WYBURN.